now we kind of went back to grassroots. So people begin to believe their own hype. But as long as you stay concentrated on the goals and objectives in front of you, then we can balance the other things, the media, and sometimes fans coming saying how great you are. But understanding that that can be taken away in a heartbeat. In our sport, I'm gonna be transparent, because in our sport, it's not like other sports. If you lose, they jump off of the bandwagon very fast. If you fart the wrong way, they jump off of the bandwagon. It was all, I believe, in God's timing to shake the tree so we can sit down back on our 2 feet and work to go back up. And so that's where we're at today.
Took a little leave of absence from the House of Boxing. I was with Manny Robles. Left to Guadalajara with pretty much like Espinosa fighter training camp.
Everybody knows there's been some hiccups along the road, and but you have to understand this business, and you have to have thick skin, and you have to have the benefit, the best thing for the boxer. And so there was a hiccup along the road, and so we all decided that a change needed to be made.
So, spent a month in Guadalajara getting ready for a fight. You know, I had my difficult times prior to that. Learned some new things, you know, met some of these guys, made some really good relationships. Had a fight under Manny.
But you have to be a big boy in those kind of situations, be professional in that situation, and so there was a change.
You know, and I just picked up a few things on that perspective. You know, Manny's a great guy. He has a great guy of training, you know, and just to get pretty much a different view into the way of doing things.
He did some good things. Manny's a great coach. He's passionate about sport, and he loves the sport, and he puts his heart and soul into that thing. So Manny was a good fit. So he worked for a while, and then
made some changes again.
When the opportunity was brought back to me, or to my father and I here at the House of Boxing, I said, I'm in to finish what we actually started. When Orozco came to us when he was about 17 years old, he came from Garden City, Kansas, and told us about his dreams. And even in those early stages, there were hiccups. And I would think, man, this kid has given his life and for us to help his career. As we begin to work, I was introduced to Frank Espinosa, and Frank has given us some solid representation in the business of boxing. So now we're here at the House of Boxing again, working just as hard, if not harder.
And I'm back at the House of Boxing in San Diego. Came back home. Who would have thought?
And this opportunity has been dropped in our lap.
Jose Ramirez has fought his way to being a world champion. You know, I think once you get that title belt, that puts you in a position of like, yeah, you've done something.
We understand the importance. You know, a kid comes from Garden City, Kansas, and this is the opportunity that he's lived since a childhood. We laugh and we say this is like the Super Bowl of boxing. It's for the championship of the world.
Busy fighter, man, kind of sounds a lot like me, you know?
And we understand the situation. We have to go to not a very good receiving backyard, because there are going to be boos.
Now he has to defend it against me.
We understand, and we're going for the opportunity that's been provided for us, and we're not taking it lightly.
Jose Ramirez, he's built a name for himself, and this is where the style make fights, situation comes in, and this is a fight where the fans are gonna get what they're looking for, and that's a fight. So.
We're going to win, and we're pushing to win, and that's where we are today, is to go win a WBC World Championship on September 14th.
Watching from afar, it's easy to lose our humanity, to look past the sacrifice our heroes make to become great. This symphony of violence is filled with highs and lows, playing to an audience that only sees the end of the journey. But it's the starting point, the beginning of our dreams.
The only way I could pursue my dream of moving out here and pursuing my career in boxing was school.
That make us who we are. The spark that tells us we will stand, we will fight, we will win. The instruments used to play this tune of destiny are inside every person. But for the fighter, the instruments lie under the hand wraps.